So I also want to talk about, and I kind of like hinted at this, but like this idea of like the general like unsafe nature of men. I know it's like you're like a male basher, but like here's the issue. Especially if you are a black girl, like listen up, come to the front. These men don't like you. It's like it doesn't matter like how you do your hair, it doesn't matter how much you weigh, it doesn't matter the clothes that you wear, it doesn't matter if you have a good day in terms of whatever you believe your attractiveness level is. If you have a bad day, they don't like you because first of all, like they don't like all women, but then like black women are at the bottom, right? So then like the amount of hate that they already have toward all the women, like you are the lowest on the totem pole. So like they respect their peers, their friends, maybe their fathers, but they do not respect you. It is like a weird thing to say, but here's the thing, that sounds really harsh, but if you know that and you start from that place, like start from the place of knowing that there's like an active hate group that does not want to see you thrive, win, or live, well then you can like avoid them. And the avoidance is not just like a strategic placement for you to advance, it is also a survival skill. And so like when people are saying, and I hear this from some women, but like I do feel like a lot of women are kind of isolated right now because of like hyper individualism, autonomy, kind of the lack of substantive relationships, you know, like it's hard to build meaningful relationships, I get it. At the same time, you need to be in community with other women, even if that means just on the internet, even if that means just commenting, like whatever it means, like you do need to be in community with other women. Now, I have done this so often where I'm like explaining to you other people that you can go watch and interact with. And I think some of you are under this impression that like by just watching or something that you're going to change or it's going to improve your situation, or I'm not sure what exactly you believe. But the weird part is like a lot of the content creators that I am pushing or encouraging you to watch, like the things that they are saying, they're kind of like exploring these topics for the first time. They're like kind of learning with you. Like we're all understanding these topics like together. And I don't know if like some of you as viewers realize how novice that is. Everyone isn't doing that. These are kind of like this might be like one of the first times in society we've seen autonomous black women ever. That's like incredible. Like that is you know, boundary breaking. You know, it's like wild that is where we are. These conversations don't exist before us. So like something that happened yesterday, I watched a video with Destiny Ute where it was a compilation of other people unpacking what Sherri said, because this woman Sherri, she had thoughts about Jonathan Majors getting married to Megan Good. Now people basically have they look at Megan Good in a very high esteem. A lot of black women do. They think she's great, she's beautiful. Why would she be with someone who has a case of domestic violence, who's an abuser toward his ex-girlfriends? All very valid questions. Except, here's the thing. Here's what, like, Sherri is trying to push political correctness. She is trying to showcase, like, a lot of old black women are trying to, like, showcase that they have done a good job. Like, instead of owning the fact that everything in society, especially for like all the younger black people, is broken, if they acknowledge that, they would have to put the fault on themselves and say like, we fucked up, we did not make it better for you, we are failing. Like that is what that looks like. In order for them to tell the truth, which is like everything is broken, they would have to say who is responsible for the shit being broken, because it wasn't no one, it's them. And she's saying she wants a role model for her son. And because Jonathan Majors got married, he is now a role model for her son. Even though he it sounds like he strangled his ex-girlfriend. And all of his other ex-girlfriends also have things to say about how he was violent in their relationships as well. That's not even the point though, because still, on top of that, Megan Good did actually marry him. So I really do believe that Megan Good as an individual does love him. What does that mean for us? Nothing. Nothing. Like, we are not in that relationship. I hope that Megan Good is happy, and I hope their relationship thrives forever. Because I like Megan Good too. I support her. But I think as a community, as a, you know, black female community, I think we need to know that we'll probably have to rally behind her and support her when and if he does her wrong, which he probably will. That is the truth, right? There was another part that was weird, because all of the political correctness that Sherri was pushing, she also seemed to say that, like, she had a criticism or something of, like, Megan Thee Stallion and her clothing that she wore to some event. And she was basically calling it tacky. Now, I didn't like what she wore either, but I don't care what Megan Thee Stallion wears. And I don't understand why Sherri would go out of her way to make commentary about what Megan Thee Stallion wears either. Why would she care? What Megan Thee Stallion wears isn't impacting other women. It's not impacting children, like she was trying to say. It's a very strange argument. I don't know. That's what I mean. These old women have issues. I think it's time we, like, let them go. They're not useful. Like, they're not benefiting anyone. And that's the weird part. You know what I mean? Like, why are we supporting people who are, like, not benefiting anyone? I don't know. You tell me.